so she can truck all night. Yeah, I mean, dude, what if there should be a mod for this game where you just buy a little meth instead of going to sleep. You just get the bump you need to get you to the next stop, drop your load off, and find a hotel room where a lot lizard awaits. Yo, lot lizard. I think lot lizards got a bad reputation, honestly. How dirty could they be, you know? Well, I guess they could be pretty fucking dirty. I gotta think that, like, truckers are just sitting on their sweaty balls all day long. Those big, swollen up, sweaty blue balls, because when they drive by every car, they're looking down at the girl's panties. You know what I'm talking about. If you've ever been in a big truck or like a van or something where you're high up off the ground, you can see down into everybody's laps, okay? And when girls are driving to work in the morning and stuff, and they're wearing those little dresses in the springtime, they're not thinking about like what's who's looking down in there, because that's just impractical, right? But truckers, they know this. They know these things, right? So they're cruising around with their big, sweaty, hairy, wrinkled up ball sack with freckles and moles all over it because they're like aging. Oh, here we go. Let's see if we can see them. No, it's nighttime. You don't see the undies. We're gonna get back over in slow lane. I just cut somebody off. Okay, so they gotta do something, right? I imagine that environment though promotes a lot of bacteria, disease, growth, and these people, let's face it, are probably not taking the best care of their bodies. You ever seen that photo of the trucker lady who had been driving for 20 years, okay? And so she started, or it was like 25 or even 30 years maybe. So, okay, so she started driving trucks like back when we didn't know about skin cancer. Like, we had some idea, okay? And it was in the journals, but it wasn't on the tip of every doctor's tongue when you went in there like it is today. Okay, so this lady had been driving for 25 or 30 years, and for all that time, you know, the sun is beating in on the left side of your face here as you're driving down. Okay, it looked like she had a stroke because one side of her face was all droopy and leathery and had moles with like growths coming out of it, right? And the other half, the right half, it you know, she was no spring chicken, but it didn't look anything like the left. She looked rough, man. She looked like, what does she look like? You ever seen a grape as it turns into a raisin? Sometimes it won't become a raisin all at once, even though it is drying up at the same time. It'll, you know, it's based on a lot of things, like where the heat source is, or if it's like got a better view of the sunlight on one side than the other, kind of like this woman's face. You know, she kind of looked like a grape becoming a raisin. That's what they are, right? They start out as grapes. Yeah. Don't they? Yeah. Why are they purple, though? Don't white grapes turn into raisins? Is there anything happening in my chat? I can't check it. I can't even switch to it while I'm driving because it pauses the video, and I don't want it to pause. I'm kind of driving off the road because I wanted to check this. Like Twitch turned off. So even if you have been chatting, I would have to switch over to the other window to see if you've been talking. Let me go to my chat here. Okay, I'm in the chat room. Hey, if my levels are good, tell me if my levels are good or if the music is overpowering my voice and I'm hard to hear. Stuff like that. Give me some kind of indication that it's good or bad. Because if it's bad, I could just open up the Windows mixer and fix it real quick. But I need to know. We are trucking, ladies and gentlemen, right on through Rotterdam here. I'm also driving one-handed. I've gotten really good at just cruising through this game. Speeding offense. Dude, I'm doing 10 over. You're allowed to do 10 over. See, that's what I'm talking about. This was the last place. I was driving through here that other time, and I got a speeding offense for doing 10 over. Alright, we're going to do a mile under, or a kilometer under. And, just until we're out of this area, because there's some kind of speed trap nonsense going on here. Maybe even a glitch. I don't know. But these fees are bullshit when I've only got 3,000 euros in my pocket. Let's check the email. Let's see what it says. Overdraft settled. Right on. Thank you, Lucas and Georgia. She probably sold herself. That's why I got the woman. She's an independent young lady. Hey, what do you guys think about prostitution being illegal? I'm of the mind that it should be legalized. Okay, levels are good. Thank you for telling me. Ham flanks. I've never seen you before. Well, look at that plane coming in. Holy shit. How fucking cool is that? Alright. That was cool. Where am I? There's the control tower. Flight. What's that called? The flight deck? The control tower? Those are the guys that would fall asleep from time to time. Air traffic control tower. That's a stressful job, I hear. I mean, they are really just managing a shitstorm. You're like an orchestra. What do you call those guys? A conductor who conducts the orchestra. Except instead of people playing instruments, it's a bunch of people carrying planes full of hundreds of people per plane, circling above you, saying, "All right, man, you got a window of like 5 minutes. Why don't you come on through?" Well, we're gonna go really fast down this shit. I don't know if that counts as lights or not. I don't think it does. I just don't know if my high beams are on. I don't think my high beams are on. I think that's just the regulars. Thanks for telling me my levels are good, man. I appreciate you tippy-tapping, typing in the chat there. I can check it on my phone, but if I leave it sitting too long, it turns itself off, as if I'm worried about the battery or something. I just don't do that. I got two phones here. I've got an iPhone for my phone calls and contacts and all that shit, and I've got the Android for everything else. Now, I'm in Rotterdam. I could maybe take this opportunity to, you know, go through the street there and clear out that question mark. It's an agency or a store or something, but I'm more interested in just getting that ferry and getting my money back up. I don't even want to stop. Let's flip this up. Ham Flanks. That's a pretty funny name. Named after a kind of food. Ham flanks. What is a flank? Is that like the side of the pig? A flank? Is that like its thigh? A flank. Is that its love handles? But you don't call them love handles because it's a pig? You want the flank? Hook me up with the flank, bro. Pull another flank off the grill. You got, what do you season pork with? I don't think I've ever seen peppers. I guess a lot of peppers. Like, black pepper, coarse. I would do like a coarse ground black pepper on my ham flanks if I was to cook them. I never really cooked pork though. Old Wild Bill of the Chronicle.su, Kilgore likes to smoke beef out. He built a smoker. It was either him or T-Man built a smoker, and they can fucking put these hickory briquettes in their smoker now, and smoke the beef, which I've never had any of it. I hope we get a chance to do that sometime. I might actually move back over there, Bill. If you're listening, I might move back to Roanoke after I finish my second degree over here, my last one, and so like maybe I'll just come as early as July and hang out in Roanoke for a little while I regroup and try to find a journalism job and make some money and buy that camper and all that other shit. We're about to get on the ferry, so I shouldn't have gone to sleep. I think I probably could have made it. Alright, here we go. Wait, I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. We're gonna just look at the destination real quick, because I didn't realize there would be two destinations. Oh, okay. I'm just going kind of right across here. So I don't need to go north to Grimsby. I need to go to Felixstowe. Okay. Alright, yeah, so Harwich. It can be kind of expensive. Taking this thing. But that's what you gotta do to get the product there. That's why they pay you the bigger bucks. Now that we're in England, I gotta remember this, to drive on the left side of the road. I get so many tickets here, and I get in crashes and everything. Because but this time we're really gonna do it. We're not gonna run. We're gonna run a tight ship. Alright. I can see the lights better in England. Oh, here we go. They give you the yellow before you get the green. I love that shit. I don't know what this sign here means, this white. Speed cameras, dude. Fuck England. I know they've got cameras all over the place to make sure, you know, what, for your protection or whatever. That is such bullshit. When Margaret Thatcher, who, by the way, is the reason I'm here in England, opened up this neoliberal hellscape. I just saw on the news today that it's what is it, a $1 billion contract. It's the biggest National Health Service contract that's ever been up for grabs. Is up for grabs right now. Okay, so you bet your ass Margaret Thatcher opened it up to whoever wanted to put cameras in this fucking country, all over the country, pointing a camera at all times at your front door or whatever. Somebody made a pretty penny off that. That's not helping anybody. I mean, I look at England as where we came from, but also where we're going. I mean, what a fucking nightmare that place must be to live in. And yet, America not looking much better. And we're headed that way. You know, in a lot of ways, America is a model for other countries of how to open up neoliberalism, but in this case, England is fucking leading the way. I've never seen anything like it. What a nasty fucking place to live. What distrust you must have for your people too. That you feel like you've got to outlaw the internet, porn. People had to sit on each other's faces in front of Parliament today. It's a Saturday. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna go down and have my face sat on to prove that it's not dangerous in front of Parliament. You know, oh, there's mail. I paid another loan installment. Now I'm back in the negatives. I wish that shit would stop happening. All because I hired that other driver, Georgia, and bought her a truck. Those trucks are not cheap at all. I wish I could buy them used. The same people that made it illegal to look at squirting porn are probably the people who were fucking kids and all that stuff, and made it hyper illegal to fuck children as if it wasn't already illegal enough. Like, and then they go and they rail against, like, well,